I feel like everybody knows about Toradora, or at least has a general idea about why it's so popular. But if you're one of the people that don't know, strap the fuck in, because I'm going to talk about why Toradora is one of my favorite romantic comedies ever. I'm talking movies, anime, TV dramas, eroge, visual novels, other games. Toradora reigns supreme as the best of the best, and I'm going to explain to you why. Also, just a quick heads up, I'm going to keep this beginning part spoiler free as possible. But when I get into the fat, juicy, meaty part of the video where I spoil shit, I'll warn you. Also, I'm going to be using clips from the anime and images from the manga interchangeably. 1, to avoid copyright because I'd like to be able to eventually monetize my videos, and 2, because I like the art of the manga, leave me alone. So Toradora is about Ryuji and Taiga, who initially don't really like each other. But after realizing that they're in love with each other's best friends, Kitamura and Minori, they form a truce to help each other out, and that truce eventually becomes a bond. A mutual understanding of each other, if you will. And that's just the first episode. From there on, shit gets crazier, but we're not going to talk about that right now. First things first, I hate that the real love interest has been spoiled for everybody thanks to the internet. For the two of you that don't know, avert thine eyes in 3, 2, 1, it's Taiga. And it's a cool will they or won't they rectangle that eventually becomes a polygon thing once you include the entire cast of the show. And I would have loved to have not known that going in. And while spoilers are bound to happen to a decade-old show, I just wish that everybody, including myself, got to see this dynamic shift happen with no idea of what was going to occur next. But even if you knew that, or even if you know how Toradora ends, the show isn't about crazy out-of-this-world shit with plot twists out the ass. It's about characters, first and foremost. Toradora just really makes you feel like Spider-Man. No, but really, Toradora makes you care about everybody. Every single character gets development. And by the end of the show, everyone gets at least one episode fleshing out why they are the way they are. Except for Ryuji. Not because he doesn't have any character depth, but because he doesn't really have an arc to go for. He's pretty much honest about most things from the beginning, unlike the rest of the cast. Especially Taiga. Taiga is technically a tsundere, which basically translates to acting like a heartless asshole while secretly caring about people. It's a dumb fucking trope, and I despise every single character like this. Except for Kyo Fujibayashi from Clannad and Taiga Aisaka. Taiga isn't like the rest of these shit for brains because she's not just beating the shit out of Ryuji and demeaning him all the time. From her initial introduction, we immediately see how she can be extremely violent 1 second and cheery and sweet when she's around Minori. Oh, we'll get to her. The first episode tries to have a good balance with scenes of Taiga being cruel and violent, as well as being vulnerable and an absolute klutz. Especially in the manga where Taiga looks so much more vulnerable and innocent in certain scenes. Basically, all of these have little to no redeeming factors in their specific hook. The thing that sets them apart is that they are pieces of shit. Taiga stands out from the rest in just her first scene, and then she even gets fleshed out throughout the entire show. She's the exact same person, we just get to know the real her alongside Ryuji. Man, I love this fucking show. Don't even get me started on the music. It is so beautiful and used so fucking masterfully that by the end of the show, you'll get PTSD. All I need to hear are those 6 notes and I'm emotionally crippled for the day. Look, Toradora is an amazing show and manga. You can pick either one, but I definitely pick the anime for its music and pretty good English dub. And with that being said, we are now treading into spoilers. If you aren't sold yet, or if you don't mind some spoilers for the show, then stick around. If you don't want to get spoiled, then skip to the time on the screen. Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm not going to spoil the entire show, especially not the ending. I'm only going to focus on the development of our 2 leads love interests, Kitamura and Minori. So, let's start with the former. Now, towards the beginning of the show, Kitamura seems like this bland but nice guy. He's Ryuji's best friend and one of the only people that know him well. He's the boys' softball team leader. He gets along with everybody. He's responsible, trustworthy, attractive. He's basically what incels call a Chad. But around episode 15 and 16, Kitamura starts acting a little strange. He abruptly quits student council, he runs away from home, he even bleaches his hair blonde, which, in Japan, is against school dress code. Now, it's after this that we find out that in the past, Kitamura had a crush on Taiga. This are all tied together, just stick with me. And after he confessed to her, Taiga rejected him. What the fuck? How could you reject this nerdy demigod? After this, Kitamura was hurt and in the dumps, and the student council president, Sumire, suggests that he joins the council to take his mind off of it or some shit. And after getting close to her, Kitamura gets over the pain of his rejection and falls in love with Sumire and kept that shit secret. But he found out that she was moving to America, causing him to lash out and even publicly confess to Sumire at a school assembly. See, I told you I knew what I was doing. Sumire rejects Kitamura, not because she doesn't care about him or because she doesn't like him, but because she wants him to be his own person and not follow her to America. This is a common theme in the show. Often two people share feelings for each other, and in any other situation, they'd be a great couple. But there's always one thing in the middle preventing them from getting what they want. And one of them has to be the adult who made the executive decision to let the other one go. It's so fucking good! Now while this is all sweet and dandy, Taiga doesn't take this well and she wants to stand up for Kitamura. Now it's been a while, but from what I remember, by this point, Taiga has genuine feelings for Ryuji. Her feelings towards Kitamura were more like an innocent childish crush, so those faded pretty fucking quickly. But regardless of that romantic shit, Taiga just doesn't like that Sumire hurt Kitamura. So she grabs her wooden sword, and what follows is one of the best fight scenes of all time. In my opinion, of course. Not because of the great animation or the fight choreography or how many hits either person gets in, but because it's a diversion of the usual romantic shenanigans of the show, yet it feels like a natural escalation. This shit doesn't just come out of nowhere. Taiga's tried to use this sword or just been generally violent before during small misunderstandings. So for the man she thought she had feelings for to be fucking crushed in front of her eyes, again, it's understandable that she had a lust for blood. But this 2-episode arc really fleshes out Kitamura, showing us how vulnerable or irrational he can truly be when it comes to love. After all this is said and done, he's still the same character, we just know him better. Honestly, this used to be my least favorite arc because it brings the romantic shit to a screeching halt, but after reflecting on what it did to Kitamura's character, I can truly appreciate what it adds to Toradora. Speaking of adding to Toradora, Minori, aka Best Girl, also gets her time to shine. So far in the show, she's kind of been this quirky, odd person who really cares about her friends. She's pretty, diligent, she keeps her emotions in check, and while she doesn't focus on it, there are small hints to her returning Ryuji's feelings. Earlier in the series, she hinted towards liking Ryuji using believing in UFOs and ghosts as a metaphor. It's a lot more cuter than it sounds, I promise. But after seeing how distraught Taiga is at the thought of losing him, she tells Ryuji that she doesn't believe in that shit anymore. Now while we, the audience, know what that's hinting toward, she never outright says how she really feels, and at one point, I thought she never would. But then, at the climax of the entire show, it's revealed that not only does Minori like Ryuji, but she has the entire time. She has liked him since the beginning of episode 1, and that hits me in my fucking arteries. You see, in most romantic anime, somebody's feelings, usually the best friend archetype, are going to be unrequited. And in this show, the same thing happens, but not because Ryuji or Minori don't feel the same way, but because Minori sees how much Taiga and Ryuji mean to each other now, and she lets them be happy together. In any other situation, Minori and Ryuji and Kitamura and Taiga would both be couples. But because of this deep connection that sprouted out of mutual friends, crushes, and misunderstandings, they can't be together. This show fucking kills me, man. The fact that the characters in this show try their best and they still don't get what they want romantically is what's so good about this show. Absolutely nothing goes the way that anybody planned them to go. High school romance is both inconsequential and extremely important. It has no effect on your later life, but these are still your developing years. And what you do and who you fall in love with has a lasting effect on you. And I love that Toradora captures this beautifully. And for those yelling foul at the screen for not bringing up Ami, sorry, I guess. I would love to delve into Ami and her actions throughout the series, but I honestly don't have the energy. It took me 3 days to write this script and a day to record it, and if I added Ami, the video would be at least 5 minutes longer. So let's just leave it at, Ami is complex, and I completely understand why some hate her and some love her. And with that, spoilers are finally over. Toradora is good shit. It's amazing that an anime based on a light novel could become such a cultural phenomenon. It's mind-blowing that I could quote something from the show and some fucking rando can get my reference. It's earth-shattering that I've watched this show 4 times over my time in both high school and college and have never gotten bored. I'm running out of adjectives. Go check it out. You watched like a 9-minute long video on it. You might as well go watch the first episode or read the first volume of the manga and form your own opinion. And hey, if there's enough clamoring for it, I may make a video delving into more characters and possibly even my favorite episode of the entire series, Christmas Eve Festival. But until then, Ryuji's mom is a MILF and nobody can tell me any different.